Welcome to the Augustine's Educational Studio. This video will guide you through the fundamental concepts of ratios and proportions, covering everything from JSS 1 basics to advanced JSS 3 applications.
Our Masterclass learning path is divided into 4 stages: JSS 1 Foundations, JSS 2 Applications, JSS 3 Advanced Topics, and a final diagnostic section to evaluate your progress. Let's start with JSS 1, Foundations. We'll explore the basics of ratios, mathematical symbols, equivalent relationships, and how to share quantities. So what exactly is a ratio? It's a tool for comparing 2 or more quantities of the same kind. It tells us how many times bigger or smaller one group is compared to another. Ratios have 2 ordered components: the antecedent, which is the first term, and the consequent, which is the second term. Always remember that order matters. Ratios can be written in 3 forms: colon form, which is standard; fraction form, which shows mathematical equivalence; and word form, useful for explaining problems aloud. Crucially, you cannot compare quantities in different units. You must always convert them to the same units before you start simplifying. To find equivalent ratios, follow the golden rule. Multiply or divide both sides of the ratio by the same non-zero number to maintain the core relationship. To simplify a ratio to its lowest term, identify the numbers, find their highest common factor, divide both parts by that factor, and present your final simplified result. When sharing quantities, use this 3-step procedure. Calculate the total number of parts, find the value of a single part, and multiply that value out for each share. Let's apply these steps to a real-world scenario. If you have 240 goats to split in a 3:5 ratio, total the parts, find the unit value, and distribute accordingly. Moving on to JSS 2, Proportions. Here, we analyze direct and inverse proportions, master the unitary method, and interpret how rates change. A proportion is a statement that 2 ratios are equal. We have 2 main types: direct proportion, where values increase together, and inverse proportion, where one goes up while the other goes down. In direct proportion, as one quantity increases, the other increases at the same rate. You can use the unitary method to find the value of 1 unit, then solve for the total. For solving direct proportions, you can also use the constant of proportionality, or K, in the formula y equals kx, allowing you to solve for unknown variables efficiently. Now, let's demystify inverse proportion. In this relationship, when one quantity increases, the other must decrease. For example, more workers on a job means it gets finished in fewer days. To solve these, use the product rule. Because the total workload is constant, the product of the terms always remains the same. If you know the initial workload, you can easily calculate unknown values. Here is a comparison of both types. Direct proportion involves equal ratios, while inverse proportion involves a constant product. Always identify the direction of your variables before choosing your formula. Moving to JSS 3, Advanced Ratios. We will now tackle more complex concepts, including algebraic variables, multi-part divisions, physical scaling, and an introduction to trigonometric ratios. When dealing with algebraic fractions, cross-multiplication is your best friend. By multiplying diagonally, you can quickly clear fractions and solve for your unknown variable. Sometimes, you need to split quantities between 3 or more parties. Simply sum all the parts, determine the unit value, and multiply that unit value by each part's share. Scale drawings, like maps, use ratios to represent large distances in small spaces. A scale of 1 to 50,000 means every unit on the map represents 50,000 of that same unit in reality. Trigonometry relies on ratios of side lengths in right-angled triangles. Remember the acronym sulfur monohydroxide CaH2O to recall the relationships for sine, cosine, and tangent. Let's test your JSS 1 knowledge. Can you simplify ratios with mixed units or solve sharing problems? Pause the video to check your work against the provided solutions. Moving to JSS 2 Diagnostics. Use the techniques we covered for direct and inverse proportions to solve these practical word problems about petrol consumption and labor time. Finally, JSS 3 Advanced Checkups. Test your mastery of algebraic cross-multiplication and multi-part profit sharing to ensure you are ready for advanced application. You have reached the end of our masterclass. We hope this video has helped you gain confidence in your mathematical skills. Feel free to reach out if you have further questions. Please note that this presentation is protected by copyright. It is authorized for single classroom use only. Unauthorized redistribution or resale of this content is strictly prohibited.